Hi, I'm Sam Thurgood and welcome to my 5-minute Parsha. In this week of Behaalotcha, I'm drawing once again from this outstanding book by Rabbi Steinsaltz, Talks on the Parsha. And the main point that he makes is that in this week we read about the formulation of the Sanhedrin, of the 70 people tasked to assist Moshe in leading and guiding the people. Moshe says to Hashem, I can't deal with this entire people myself. And so Hashem gets him to choose another 70 upon whom the spirit of prophecy will rest. And those 70 people will be part of Moshe's support in leading and guiding this nation, separate to the infrastructure that he set up with Yitro back in the book of Shemot. But what Rabbi Steinsaltz points out is that the real drama of this incident is that after these 70 have been chosen, we hear about two other people, Eldad and Medad, who are out prophesying in the camp, who are doing so to speak, without a license. So you have these 70 new licensed prophets, and you have two unlicensed prophets running around giving prophecy. Rashi even quotes the Midrash that the prophecy that they are saying is that Moshe is not going to bring us into the land of Israel. Remember, this was before Moshe has hit the rocks, before any kind of decree has been made. The entire people at this point expects Moshe to lead them into the land of Israel. Eldad and Medad receive a prophecy from Hashem that this is not so. But whatever the content of their prophecy, the fact of their prophecy is also something that can be troubling, because they are prophesying outside of the established structure. And that is Yeshua's complaint. Yeshua comes running up to Moshe to tell him about Eldad and Medad, and he says, Adoni Moshe Kla'im, my master Moshe, imprison them. Put them in jail. They're breaking the law. They're giving this kind of prophecy. It can't be like that. We have to be in control of the situation. And Moshe's response is, if only all of the people of Hashem were prophets. Moshe wants to democratize access to Hashem and democratize access to Torah. And Rabbi Steinsaltz points out, it's not that Yeshua is in any way a small-minded or petty person, God forbid. He's a great, wise, understanding person. But he has such reverence and respect for Torah that he wants to make sure that it is only those who are truly appropriate for it who should be accessing it. That it is only those who deserve to be prophets, who have been explored, investigated, and determined that this person is appropriate to be a public prophet. He should be saying the word of Hashem. To go and allow anybody to start making whatever kind of declarations and calling it prophecy is something that's going to be tremendously undermining to the structure and discipline and honor, ultimately, of the Torah. And Rabbi Steinsaltz compares it to an argument that took place in the times of the Mishnah between Rabban Gamliel and the sages. That Rabban Gamliel had a Beit Midrash, the main house of study, where he said, whoever is tocho kabaro, whoever is inside is like as outside, whoever is a person of deep purity and integrity, he can study Torah. Whoever is not a person of deep purity and integrity may not study Torah. And there was a doorman at the entrance of the Beit Midrash who would make sure that only the right kind of people came in. Rabban Gamliel, with a certain story, was deposed, was told to step down, and when his replacement came in, he said, take away the doorman. And it says on that day, 400 new benches were added to the Beit Midrash. There was thousands of people who came to study. And Rabbi Steinsaltz asked, well, what's going to be? How is this doorman going to tell us? He got this kind of spiritual x-ray vision. I can see that you are pure of heart. I can see that you are not pure of heart. What this person did was he would stand and announce as everyone comes in, say, Are you a pure and holy person? Are you a person of integrity? If you're a person of integrity, come on. If you're not a person of integrity, go back home. A lot of people didn't feel they could withstand that kind of scrutiny. That's understandable. They turned around and went home. It was they themselves who felt intimidated by the high standards that were set. When that doorman was taken away, many of them came to learn. And the Gemara's conclusion is that was correct. You shouldn't question people's motives and intention in that kind of way, because even somebody who does not feel that they are worthy, maybe that actually is a sign that they are. Maybe somebody who wants to be better is the kind of person that we want, rather than somebody who approaches saying, yep, I'm a person of integrity and purity. And that's what Moshe is saying to Yeshua. Moshe is saying to Yeshua, you're right. You're right, it should only be. It should only be that people are good and holy and pure. But you know what? We're dealing with human beings. We're dealing with people who want to improve. We're dealing with people who want to be better. And you can't shut them out. You've got to make Hashem's Torah and service of Hashem available to every single person. Where they're going to go with that, well, we can try, we can help, we can influence, we can guide, we can instruct. But we cannot limit the access to Torah based on whatever kinds of considerations we want. We have to make it our sacred task to make Hashem's Torah available to every single person. As the Gemara says regarding a certain sage who declined teaching someone Torah, it says, Torah tziva lanu Moshe merasha kilat Yaakov. The Torah that Hashem has commanded us is the heritage of the entire Jewish people. It's not the heritage of the elite. It's not the heritage of a few. It's not limited to any specific group. The Torah is something that must be made available to every single person. And as the Gemara says, even if people are not behaving in the best, correct, most ideal way, the light of the Torah will bring people back to Hashem. If we are able, the challenge is not to whom do we teach Torah. The challenge is how do we teach Torah. If we are able to teach Torah with an inner light, if we are able to teach Torah that the light of Hashem shines through, then that will speak to the goodness in the heart of every single person. Bring them closer to Hashem. Bring them to the greatest heights of Torah and spirituality and holiness and goodness. Shabbat Shalom.